What is good? We are live. This is Ahead of the Spread presented by Wager Talk. We're going to check out three of the games for tomorrow's NBA slate. We check out the open numbers, notable line movements, and discuss key matchups and angles so you have an early edge for those three games there. I'm Ronald Cabang. We got Skee Profit here with me today. Um, Before we talk about how we did today, make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button so that you don't miss another Ahead of the Spread or any of the other shows over at Wager Talk. I know it's prime time college basketball season. Skee March Madness is here. How did your day go? NBA and college basketball.
Today I had 4 bets. I won 3 out of 4. And the one I lost was the smallest bet. So I'll take it. That's a profitable day, and see if we can keep that going and do it again tomorrow.
Gotcha. So I did. I also had a profitable day. I went 2-1-1. I pushed on the SMU. I had a bad number because I took it before their key play. One of their key players was ruled out, so it came down to 8.5.
Mm,
But they ended up winning by 10.
mm-hmm.
Took the over in Pelicans and Wolves. Also got the Rockets minus 2.5. Then I looking at it now, I feel how stupid, but I took the 76ers plus the points. But profitable day nonetheless. We'll talk about the three games tomorrow. We're gonna go over Nets, Pacers, Bulls, Kings, and Bucks and Lakers. All right, let's share the screen real quick. So we have odds logic here. If you guys are interested in the odds page here, it's customizable. You could put all the books that you have in order. You could pick the sports that you want to look at and all that stuff too on your default page. Injuries and alerts are here as well. You could check the link in the description for odds logic, and I think you get like a 7 day trial. All right, so first game up, I talked. We're gonna talk about the Nets and the Pacers here. We have the Pacers. They're open up at -9. Pretty much nines across the board here. I got a 9.5 at BetMGM, 8.5 at Caesars. The total opened up at 228. We're seeing as low as 225.5, as high as 227 on some of these books here. If we go to the injury report, we'll go to Brooklyn. I got Cam Johnson is ruled out, and then Cam Thomas already out for the season. We go to Indiana. Siakam is available to play. Well, actually, that was today. Halliburton is ruled out today as well. Turner was questionable today. I didn't watch that game. I didn't have nothing on it. But did you know if Miles Turner or Aaron Neesmith played?
I was not watching that game. Where
Yeah,
I
I
was
didn't,
at, it
I
was a
didn't
lot
really
of
pay.
college basketball on.
Yeah, I didn't pay attention to that one either. So I didn't have any action. So not sure if they played or whatever. Let's go to over to the moneyballer.com. They do have, so the Nets do have the rest advantage. There's an in-season revenge there. Fourth game in 6 nights. Pacers in a somewhat a fatigue spot here. Second game of a back-to-back. You got third and four, fourth and six, fifth and seven. Um, they did. Let me see here. So they did win 135, 131. Pretty high scoring game there on the Pacers side. If we look at some of the trends, some things were kind of pointing towards the Nets as far as trend perspective. You see the Nets here, 18 and 12 and 1 as road dogs when they're more rested than their opponent, 12 and 7. And the Pacers, when they're less rested than their opponents, um, 7 and 11 ATS, 2 and 9 ATS on the second leg of back-to-back games as well. So one thing that I did see that them struggling in these fatigue spots offensively, their team total 8 and 3 to the team total under on the back-to-back, and then when they're less rested, 13 4 and 1 to their team total under. That was kind of the direction I was going towards. Ski team total under on the Pacers side or the Nets. I know Nets defense has been, I mean, their offense has struggled throughout the season, but defensively they've been pretty solid, I think, for the most part. What are your thoughts here?
Um, Absolutely not. How can you lay with the Pacers? I mean, I said this yesterday, I'm pretty sure. If I didn't say it
Mhm.
on this show, I said it somewhere else. But Pacers have covered what, one of the last like 8 or 9 games, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
and you expecting them to win by double digits. That's just not something I want to put my money on. And now they're coming off a back to back too. I know Cam Johnson is out, Cam Thomas is out, but it's just the Pacers are not playing well enough to be
Mm-hmm.
expected to win by that much. So by default, it's Brooklyn plus the points.
Yeah, Brooklyn plus the points. Here's another thing that I was looking at. I know I was looking at the Nets ATS or the Pacers team total. If you look at where did it go? Nets here in this situation. So if you look at the last 6 games, they've kept their opponents under their team total in 5 of the last 6. Like I said, I think some of these totals are a little bit high, and obviously there's a dog in the situation too. So there's a little bit of uh, the Pacers get a higher number pretty much, right? And they're on the second of back to back with the fatigue. Just a lot of things kind of pointing towards them struggling in this spot. Um, and then maybe we get back on the Pacers side tomorrow, or not tomorrow, but the next game on the 22nd. But yeah, for me, it's Pacers team total under or the Nets ATS. All right, let's go on to the second game.
Glad we got that W, Andrea.
Which one was that? St.
Uh,
Mary.
yep, they
Nice.
got the win. All right.
All right, so second game we have is Bulls Kings. So Kings open up at 6.5 as home favorites here. We're seeing some sevens. There are also still some 6.5s available. We have the total at 236 at open. The lowest I see now is 234.5, and then 235s available at most places too. All right, so if we go to the injury report, we'll go Chicago. Giddy is available. So Giddy played today. Lonzo Ball out indefinitely. Ao's out for the season. So we'll have to see if Giddy plays. And then if we go to Sacramento, Levine was out today. Sabonis, I think he's out for another I think 7 to 10 games or something like that, from what I saw, or some amount of games. I don't know exactly, but he's going to be out for multiple games. Levine was out for personal reasons today, so maybe we see him back tomorrow. So if we go to the moneyballer.com, we got situational notes here, in-season revenge on the Bulls side. Fatigue for both teams here. Second of a back-to-back for both. Third game in 4 nights for both. Fourth and sixth for the Bulls as well. Skee, what are your thoughts here initially with both teams on a back-to-back here?
This is ugly. I'm like, I don't know how this game ended up on the slate, but yeah, it's just, I mean, both teams are opposites. One playing defense, playing fast.
Mm-hmm.
The other one playing slow, playing no defense. Um, I'm not sure where to go. Last 5 games, one is 4-1 to the under, the other one is 4-1 to the over. It's like
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure where to put my money in this game, especially both of them on a back to back. Bulls
Got
have
you.
been covering. You know how I feel about the Kings. I don't really trust the Kings, so I
Yeah.
guess lean Bulls. Lean Bulls.
Lean Bulls. I kind of lean in that direction as well. But one specific way that I was going was towards the Bulls. Actually, their team total. Um, One thing that I was looking at from a trend perspective first, and then we'll look at some of the stats. But from a trend perspective, you see here both teams kind of struggle in this ATS spot on the second leg of back-to-back games. Bulls 2-8 ATS, Kings 3-10 on the full game. But what we start to see here is the overs in the second leg of back-to-back games. Like their defense tends to struggle for the most part because you see them giving up points in the second leg of back-to-back games. Kings opponents 11-2 to their team total over, and that kind of falls into how the Bulls play as road dogs, 19-8 to the team total over on the second leg of back-to-backs. Their defense struggles, but their offense continues to go. If we look at last 10 games, you talked about the Kings defense really struggling right now, 21st in defensive rating. I know Bulls offense hasn't looked too solid for the most part, but this is a situation where I'm seeing, the Bulls, even though they're playing a quick pace, I think the Kings will probably want to run with them. So bonus not being there, that gives the Bulls, more opportunities for offensive rebounds or rebounds in general. Um, there's just a lot of things kind of pointing towards for me in over type game for the Bulls to be able to get those points up. For the Kings, they're giving up 114 and a half, even though they're playing at the 25th slowest pace. So if some reason the Bulls are able to control it, I think they should be able to put points up pretty easily here. In my opinion, if you look at here, Bulls paint attempts fifth in paint attempts per game. Kings, they don't really defend it that well. And again, Sabonis won't be there, so I think Bulls should be able to either cover or get up and over their team total. All right, third one will be the Bucks and the Lakers here. The Bucks open up as road favorites, at 2.5. Has come up to three, as high as 3.5 actually, over at FanDuel. The total 225.5, and this is as high as 226.5 now. But FanDuel actually has a 225. So if you like the over, that would probably be the best spot right now. If we go to the injury report, we'll go to I don't know if they'll have anything since they just played, but Lakers, Doncic played today. LeBron was downgraded to out. Oh, that was a couple of days ago.
LeBron's been out.
Yeah, he's been out. So he's this was 2 days ago. I don't know why they haven't updated it yet. So not sure what his status is for tomorrow.
Out.
He's out too.
Yeah.
Official. Okay, so I guess he's out. All right, so we'll go to Milwaukee. Portis is the only person on the list here. All right, so over at the moneyballer.com, we have for situational stuff, rest advantage on the Buck side. We had the bounce back spot. They did lose outright to the Golden State as road favorites. Fourth game in 6 nights for them. Fatigue spot here for the Lakers. Second of a back to back. They did. I feel like they kind of dominated today's game against Denver. But third game in 4 nights, fifth and seven as well. Double digit in season revenge if you're looking at that angle. Yeah, Milwaukee won by 20 exactly about a week. Was that a week ago? What are your thoughts on this one, Skee?
Um, the Lakers, they did just play, but they won pretty easy.
Yeah.
That game wasn't taxing at all. Able to pull the starters in the game, et cetera, et cetera. So I do think we can get everybody back out there again tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
And Lakers been playing good basketball. I mean, I know they had a little bit of a slump, after LeBron went down, but in general, just since the trade, Lakers been playing good basketball.
Mm-hmm.
The Bucks, they fell to the Thunder, they fell to the Warriors. I mean, why can't they fall to the Lakers here again? The Warriors were on a back to back. Why can't they? The Warriors didn't have Steph Curry. Why can't they fall to the Lakers here without LeBron? They got
Mm-hmm.
Luka and Reeves. I think the Lakers could win tomorrow again.
Got you. All right, so I agree too on this one. So we're kind of like seeing the three games pretty pretty like pretty much the same way for the most part. So a lot of the trends. So there's some trends that point towards the Lakers side. So if we go from an ATS perspective, straight up and ATS perspective, they are better at home than they are on the road. So you can see here, home favorite and home dog combined, you got 21 and 11 ATS. Second of a back-to-back, 6-3 ATS. When they're less rested, they still are able to cover these games. 8-4 ATS, and you see the Bucks as road favorites. 7-11 ATS there. If you go to Killer Sports real quick and just kind of look up some of the situations with Luka and the Lakers. So the Lakers with Luka 10-5 straight up, 9-6 ATS, 9-6 to the under. But if you go ahead and say they're at home, they've actually done really well at home, specifically with Luka in the lineup. 9-1 straight up, 8-2 ATS, 7-3 to the team total. 7-3 to the under. And then even when LeBron is out, we'll take LeBron out. At home, so Luka in, LeBron out. At home, 2-0 straight up and ATS. For the most part, their defense has been really solid. I can only look towards the Lakers side as well. Let me just look at one more thing here. Yeah, I mean, so
Dirty Jer says he thinks
mhm.
Luca might sit. I mean, It's a possibility, but he didn't have to play too much today.
Hmm. That makes sense. The some other things kind of pointing. So Lakers, obviously, their defense has been solid at home. Um, Bucks last 10 games, their offense hasn't been clicking too much. Put 93 against Golden State. Well, 105 against OKC. Um, they did score a lot here against Indiana. They scored 126 against LA. For the most part, I'm seeing against teams who play solid defense, they should be able to lock them down, especially with the Lakers at home and how they've been playing at home. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's it. 3 games. So we went through 3 games. I'll put this off real quick. All right. So we went through the 3 games. We went through the Nets, Pacers, Bulls, Kings, and Lakers and Bucks. Skee, what are any words before you leave any leans or picks from today's games that we talked about?
um, nah, just shout out to the chat. We appreciate y'all sticking around. It's late on the East Coast. It's late on the West Coast. We got a big day tomorrow. I know everybody's looking forward to the tournament. So,
Mm,
good luck to everybody. Um, I'm gonna be up for the next few hours, doing some work and putting in some bets for tomorrow. So I'm looking forward to it as well. Top looks, right?
yep.
Top looks. No way. No way. Absolutely not, bro. Can you lay 9 points with the Pacers?
Yeah.
So Nets by default have to be a look tomorrow. I think the Lakers will play everybody. I think the Lakers will win tomorrow. I think those are the two looks.
All right. For me, um, on that first game, I was looking towards the Nets. Also, Pacers team total under. Looking towards the Bulls team total over on their game, and then Lakers on the side for that third game. Um, do you have anything to promote, Ski? I already looked at tomorrow's. I actually got down on tomorrow's games already for two games, and one of them is actually a 5% play. Um, and 5% plays have been really good to me. If you go to Wager Talk, number one all time in 5% win percentage and ROI, 21 and 5, I think, over the last 2 years in 5% plays. So obviously, it's not 100%, but it's a play that I have a lot of confidence in. So hopefully, we cash with that one for those who already purchased it. Also, tomorrow's slate, I think in the NBA, I might have one or two in the NBA as well. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, 5% play if you're interested in that over at wagertalk.com. Anything else, Ski, before we cut out here?
No, I haven't played anything yet for tomorrow, but like I said, I'm gonna be up the next few hours finding those good looks because I've had a couple good days. I'm feeling good right now. I'm trying to find some more winners, so
Yes,
be on the
sir.
lookout.
Yeah, let's make it happen. All right, Ski. All right, chat. Thanks for tuning in. Like Ski said, it's always a good time when you guys are out here, especially on the East Coast. KC, I think I see you in here, but I'm about to be in the Bahamas in May. I don't know.
Oh.
Oh, hey, we might need to link up. We'll see what happens. Bro. All right. So with that said, that's the end of the show, guys. Whether you fade or follow, it is on you to make that call. Good luck with all your actions. Till next time. Peace.